Well, good day to all of our awesome following out there. Listen, I don't know where you're seeing this. You might be seeing this on our webinar capture page. You might be seeing this on social media. You might be seeing this, someone maybe send it out via email. With all of our trainings, we like to start our trainings off with something that's nice and picturesque, really designed to get you to dream again. What I wanted to do is I want to do very quick training or promo, if you will, on our upcoming Is It Crap or Is It Gold webinar series, and just make sure that you understand why it's so important that you and anyone that may be following you is a part of this webinar series. So this webinar series is going to feature THW Global. And if you're brand new and you don't know what THW Global is, fantastic, because you're going to find out what it is, all right, and why you want to add it to your income producing portfolio, whether you're looking for a part-time income, a part-time job, as it were, or whether you're looking for a part-time business, or whether you're looking to really scale your business up. So let's talk about this very quickly and then get you registered for our live webinars. Even if you can't attend one particular webinar, you want to be registered because we send out any of our replays only to those that are webinar registrants of ours, okay? All right, so here we go. THW Global, Is It Crap or Is It Gold webinar series. And the reason we ask that question is, as I'm doing this particular recording, THW Global has not launched. Now, by the time you see this, it may have launched, but it has not launched. They're looking to launch somewhere around July 4th-ish or so. So there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of buzz about THW Global, but with that buzz comes, some people hyping things up, and we haven't seen anything just yet. All right, we haven't seen anything just yet. So is it one of those things that it looks good on paper, but it never comes to fruition? That happens in our industry, that happens in traditional business all the time. So is it crap? Not to say that it's a scam or anything like that, but are they able to perform? Are they able to execute? Or is it gold? Do they not only have a phenomenal concept, but do they have the infrastructure to be able to build that out? We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet, but we are proceeding as if it could be gold, understanding that, hey, it could be crap. So there's my disclaimer there. Now, the rest of this brief training is going to come from the gold perspective. All right, it's going to come from the gold perspective. You have my disclaimer, it could be crap. All right, that's my disclaimer. But the rest of our discussion in this brief video is going to come from a gold perspective. All right, so here's what we're going to do. On Tuesday nights for the foreseeable future at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have presentation night. This is going to be a presentation webinar. And the design is to share the income opportunity. What is THW Global? What are they looking to achieve as it relates to the niche that they're involved in? How big is that niche? How huge is that niche? What opportunities abound in that niche? And we're also going to talk about how you could scale this THW business. Yes, I'm talking to you, Joe Average. Yes, I'm talking to you, Sue Average. Yes, I'm talking to you that you've never had any success in marketing. You've never had any success in the make money online or the make money from home niche. If this is gold, that's going to change if you will follow the things that we will bring to the table. All right. So we're going to show you how to scale this business to a 6 or even a 7-figure business, okay? So you'll understand the income opportunity, you'll understand how you'll be paid, you'll understand why there is such a huge market for what THW is doing, how you and I can fit into that, and then ultimately how you could scale to a 6 or 7-figure biz. Now, listen, we've developed 5 7-figure businesses. So we know a thing or two about developing businesses. Now, the objective of our Tuesday night webinars is to get people into your THW Global business. In many cases, people would have already joined you in business. It's free to join. If you're new and you don't even know what THW is, just think about this. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to join. The purpose of this webinar is so that we start to remove the skepticism all right, and help you understand the bigger picture, all right? So, oh, by the way, if you are brand new and you don't know anything about THW Global, then make sure whoever got this training to you, that you get back to them even before you come to our webinar and register with them. Again, it's free. Hide your credit cards, hide your purse, hide your wallet. All right. The other thing that we're going to do as it relates to this objective is we want people walking away from the webinar committed to what we refer to as the 10-hour pledge. Now, if you're new, you don't really get that. You'll get that on the webinar. That there won't be one person that comes to the webinar that should walk away not understanding the power of the 10-hour pledge. Essentially, if you are brand new and you're seeing this, by committing to our 10-hour pledge, you could generate up to $1,000 a month without you doing any marketing. Well, once you understand the power of the pledge, that's what's going to help you ultimately scale this business, assuming it's gold, to a 6 or 7-figure business. Now, you can invite any and all guests, and you can invite even current team members. As a matter of fact, I strongly encourage you to invite current team members. Yes, people that have already registered, but once they come through our webinar, and assuming this is gold, once they come through our webinar, they're going to see a bigger picture than probably what they've seen up to this point. And we believe that people will walk away with much stronger commitment to follow through with our 10-hour pledge. And when they do that, that's going to generate more revenue for them. That's going to generate more revenue for you. So invite guests, invite current team members, okay? And invite the ones that are very skeptical. That's fine. Let them bring their skepticism. Skepticism in certain quantities is healthy. All right. Now, on Thursday night, so when you register for our webinar, you're registering for 2 webinars. You're registering for our presentation webinar, and you're registering for our Thursday night webinar, which is our training night. This is our training night. And what we're going to do, our primary focus is to show you how to scale to 6 or 7 figures. Now, when we do the Tuesday night webinars, we will hit lightly on how do you scale to 6 or 7 figures, okay? And we can give some concepts on the Tuesday night webinar. It's Thursday nights where we really delve more into those concepts so that we can make them practical in your business. So we'll have topics like, what are sales funnels? Most marketers in the home business space or network marketing space or MLM space don't really understand sales funnels. You'll understand why these are key and how you're going to be able to leverage the sales funnels that we're currently putting together for our audience, which, by the way, you don't have to be on my team to leverage any of this, all right? You don't have to be personally enrolled by me. Notice I haven't mentioned my name, all right? That way, if John, Mary, Susan sent you this, you're coming back to John, Mary, Susan and not to me, all right? But we're going to talk about sales funnels. We're going to build out multiple sales funnels for our following. And that doesn't mean that you're on our team. That just means that you like our style, you like the value that we bring, and you want to be able to leverage that value, okay? We're going to talk about building your list. How is it that someone is a part of THW Global and they have personally enrolled? I know of one person who's personally enrolled 1,550 people. Well, how the heck did they do that? I know of a gentleman that enrolled 192 people in his first 24 hours. Well, how the heck did he do that? All right. And then there's a lot of people with goose eggs that haven't enrolled anybody. All right. So how do you begin to build your business? It starts by building a list. Well, once you build a list, how do you get people connecting with you? How do you get people responsive, not only to THW, but to anything else that you might want to share with your audience? See, when you build your list, you can talk to them about anything. Okay, but how do you do that? And how do you bond with that list? We're going to talk about traffic. How do you get eyeballs to your links? How do you get eyeballs to your lead capture pages? How do you get eyeballs to your offer? And the beautiful thing about these trainings is these trainings will transcend just building THW Global. All right. Yes, it will help you build THW Global. We'll use that as a foundation. Why? Because people can earn up to $1,000 a month even without marketing. Well, that becomes a seed to help them to build out these things that we'll be talking about on Thursday nights. We'll talk about mobile marketing. We've got a mobile marketing platform that we plan to launch to the public here in the next few weeks. And we want people to understand the power of mobile marketing. And then we'll talk about the tools and the resources that we build in, that we use in our businesses. You're going to have certain tools and resources if you want to build a 6 or 7 figure enterprise. Now, you can earn up to $1,000 a month with THW Global without any marketing. All right, but if you want to scale to a $100,000 a year or more, $1 million a year or more income, then that doesn't happen by accident. That happens on purpose. You've got to have the right tools, the right resources. You've got to build a list. You've got to get traffic, all of those things. So that is what Thursday nights are going to be about. And remember again that the trainings that we'll cover on Thursday nights will transcend THW. So those of you that are already promoting other things, you're in weight loss, you're in nutrition, you're in energy, you're in whatever it is that you're in, you're going to get immense value from these Thursday night training topics that will also allow you to take those principles to better build your weight loss deal or your nutritional deal or what have you. Okay, because ultimately with our audience, yes, we want you to be in THW and prayerfully THW is gold. But if it's gold, ladies and gentlemen, it is a foundation. All right, it's a foundation, and it allows us and allows you, and we'll share this with you, to really build out multiple income streams. All right, so now, if you're not at the place where you can go on and register, then go to thwglobalwebinar.com. My asterisk there is to remind me of a disclaimer. These webinars are hosted by yours truly. All right, I go by the brand of the Funnel Doc. I don't give out my name because I don't want people, sidestepping who they should be referring or who they should be referred by. Now, we are hosting these webinars. We'll have some guests from time to time, maybe with, especially with some of our training webinars and things of that nature. But I'm not corporate, okay? I went out, the URL or the domain name was available, so I went and grabbed it. I'm not corporate. Now, corporate at some point may tell me I can't use THW Global in any of my branding or what have you. But until such time that corporate tells me that, THW Global Webinar, just know that when you come to any of the webinars, whether they're presentation or whether they are training webinars, that the views expressed on these webinars are those of yours truly and not THW Global, the actual corporate entity. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. The other thing I want to make sure that you are aware of is that this is a general list. When you opt in with your best email address so you can get access to the webinars, you're putting in your best email address, all right? We will never send out personal referral links to this list. So I want you to feel confident and feel comfortable that if you were to tell your teammates to, hey, we like this dude's presentation and we like his training and so on and so forth, and they opt in, I want you to know we are never going to send out a personal referral link to this list, because this is our general list. We might have some people that are personally enrolled by us in this list, but the overwhelming majority of people that will be in this list will be people that were not enrolled by us. We come from the old school of network marketing. We've been in the industry since 1994, and one thing you just don't do is you don't do something called cross-recruiting, and that's, some of you may not even know what that is, but that's just, it's been ingrained into us since we've been in this industry for 20 plus years. So go on, ladies and gentlemen, and register for the webinar. Remember, you're registering for the entire series, the Tuesday nights and the Thursday nights. Even if you can't make the webinar, register, because we're going to send out any webinar replays. We'll be sending out to that list. So if you want to get the webinar replay, if you can't make the live webinar, then you have to be on that list in order to get the live webinar replays. Okay, with that being said, we love each and every one of you. We will see you on the webinar.